Yeah, I wonder that too. Um, I'm not aware of any console games that are legitimately unbeatable, like legitimately impossible. There probably are some, but I'm not aware of any. I'm guessing most of them would be computer games in the wild west of, like unlicensed computer games. Maybe some unlicensed console games. I'm sure there are some. As far as I'm aware, there's none on NES. I mean, well, we know for sure there's definitely none on NES because somebody has beaten all the NES games. Uh, Not sure about Famicom. It doesn't seem like it. We haven't encountered any, but not really sure. I mean, there's that game SWAT, which is technically beatable, but because of like various glitches in the game, it's extremely hard to beat without getting soft locked. But uh, it supposedly it's still technically beatable, maybe. Yeah, I've never seen it either. Let's check it out. Ghosts and Goblins. And the nice thing about this game is it comes on one disc, so no disc swapping. That's good. All right. For Famicom, yeah, that's the closest that I can think of as well. And Hoshiwo Miro Hito is beatable. There's like long plays of it on YouTube, but very hard to beat without getting like some kind of glitch or soft lock that screws up your game. You have to like know exactly what to do. That's the same art as the cover. Cool. Older or newer? Good question. It probably would have come out around the same time. I'd have to look it up. Let me look real quick. While the game is loading. Oh, what's it doing? It says 1990. I believe that the NES one is 1987, so that would mean 3 years later. Press fire for what? Press fire for one player game. I will do that. Refresh the timer. Oh. This seems to be based on the arcade one. Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure it's based more on the arcade than the NES. But it's up to jump still. Oh, wait. Oh, there we go. What is that? Just points. Whoa. Jumps feel weird. Let's get the torch. Wait. It kind of... is that how it was in the arcade? I don't think I've actually played the arcade version of Ghosts N Goblins. Well, no, I did play it a little bit at an actual arcade. But not... Yeah, no, I guess I did. I think I did, yeah. Just for a couple levels. What's that? Beads? Is that points? I'm mostly just familiar with the NES one. So this should be better. Yeah, I mean, it seems to be based more on the arcade version. The arcade version, yeah, it's considered to be better, although I think it might actually be harder than the NES one. From what I've heard. Whoa, that shot is faster than what I'm used to. Hoping to get a dagger. Oh. Seems to be less item drops in this version. What? My torch went through it. The torch sucks. The torch is, just like you'd expect, not good. And it actually seems worse than the NES one. Because the fire from it, like, lasts a really long time. And then you can't do anything while that's on the ground. Oh, well, there's two of them. Okay, I'll go back to the javelin. And if you're like next to a wall and you try to jump, or if you're next to a gravestone, it eats your input. Or it eats your input, your right input seed. Or maybe it's just that one. Maybe it's just this gravestone. Huh. Oh, that's weird. Now it's not doing it. Well, anyway. He was doing it before. We're out of time. You die. Oh, the timer's pretty short, isn't it? But, you always want to just hang around the graveyard and keep farming until you get the dagger in this game, because the dagger is the superior weapon. It's faster than the other weapons, but does the exact same damage. The weird thing about this game, the original Ghosts N Goblins, is all the weapons do the exact same damage. Even though some are slower than others. They all do the exact same damage. And also, there are bosses with weapon immunities. Like the boss of levels 1 and 2, the unicorn guy. He's more of a cyclops, but they call him a unicorn. He's immune to the javelin. So if you get to him with the javelin, you just can't beat him. The dragon on levels 3 and 4 are immune. This could only... I don't know. Maybe this is only true in the NES version. I'm not sure. I think it's true across all the versions, though. The colors look a bit off. Yeah, it's probably because the Amiga has a more limited color palette. But the colors do look a bit off. Hey, Robinate, what's up? There is an Amiga version. We're checking it out. It's more faithful than the NES one. That's for sure. It seems fine. Oh yeah, the timer is a weird font, or a weird font color. I'm just trying to farm the dagger. Yeah, so the boss of level 3 and 4 is immune to the torch, I think, and the which is funny because they put a torch right before him on at the end of level 3. Boss of level 5 and 6, the Satan dudes, are immune to the axe. But the axe is a really garbage weapon. You should never use it anyway. It's worse than the torch. There's really only one good weapon to use, and that's the dagger. You should use that for the whole game. Until you get to the second loop, the end of the second loop, then you need to switch to the cross to be able to beat, to be able to access. Well, actually, at the end of both loops. To be able to beat level 6, you need to beat the boss with the cross. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, sometimes the jumping, it feels a little bit off in this one. Like, sometimes you try to, like, jump diagonal and you only jump straight up, you know? Like, diagonal jumps feel a little bit touchy in this version. Yeah, exactly. Those are the 3 steps, Mr. Leo. The torch is pretty bad. The axe is worse. Javelins are okay. And that's it, right? The cross is a decent weapon. At least the only interesting thing about the cross is it can destroy shots. That gives it some utility uses that the other weapons don't have. But the range and speed of the weapon is not great, so you still would rather have the dagger, generally. If it goes off screen. Dude, I guess it just stays there forever. Can we despawn it? Because I don't want to get the torch. Maybe it should just die. Let's go over here. Taking a long time to get the dagger. It seems like weapons don't spawn as often. Maybe that's the case in the arcade as well. I don't know. I'm not super familiar with the arcade. Like, look at how stingy they're being with the weapons. Maybe I should just die. Having your weapon replaced when you don't want it to be? Yeah, that's true. I agree with that. Yeah, that is a mechanic that I don't really mind being gone. I like the way that Rondo of Blood does it, where when you pick up a new weapon, the old one just kind of gets thrown behind you. You can pick it up again. That's a good way to do it. Or like Ninja Gaiden 3, letting you see the weapons inside the crystals so you know what you're going to pick up. That's good too. You think they just don't have the knife because it's like too fast for the Amiga? No, that can't be. They could do fast weapons on the Amiga. I mean, the javelin's not moving that slow. Oh shoot, that could have been it. I wonder if this game even has continues. You know, the Famicom, the native Famicom version of this game on doesn't even have continues. You need to use a code. They changed it in the American version. The arcade has continues, but you have to use coins, obviously. But it's one of those earlier arcade games that doesn't let you brute force. It forces you to go back to a checkpoint, so it's actually hard, even if you have infinite money, it's hard. Castlevania, that you don't like it? Yeah. It can be a bit of an issue in Castlevania games. It really sucks when you accidentally pick up like a dagger that you don't want. Especially when that causes you to lose your triple shot. It can be really annoying in Castlevania 1. I think Rondo is the first Castlevania to do that, to let the old weapon stay on the screen so you can pick it up again. Dude, what the fuck with the weapons? It's not giving us any knives. No knives. Wow. Those shots are a lot faster, too. They should call this kniveless Ghosts N Goblins. This is unfair. I want my knife. When the sub-weapon drops in front of you. But Symphony of the Night does the thing where you can pick up your old weapon though. It drops behind you, right? What do you do? I'm just getting a million torches. What's up with that? It doesn't have that glitch though where if you're at the top of the ladder like this and the shot passes over you, you get hit as soon as you come up. Like in the NES version. I guess I'll just go ahead with the javelin? Wow, this is taking too long. That's really weird. Is there even a knife? Maybe there is no knife in this version. Maybe they took it out because it's too good. And so now the javelin's just the best weapon. Oh wait, what the dude? What? You can't turn around midair to shoot behind you, which is the classic trick for beating these guys. Oh, that sucks. You can't turn around midair, which you can do in the NES version. I assume that you can do that in the arcade version. I'm pretty sure that you can. Wow. That's kind of a big blow to this game's strategy, not being able to turn midair. I'm just gonna make dealing with those red armors a huge pain. Which it already... What? The platform didn't come all the way over. I can't jump! I can't jump to the right, I keep jumping straight up. Why does the platform move randomly? That's weird. Okay, there we go. What the fuck? Oh, what? When I started ducking, I slid off the platform? I don't think that happens in any other version. I thought you were supposed to duck there to make the armor appear? Weird. This version of the game is weird. At first glance, it looks pretty good, but it's got some weird things going on. I'm getting caught by the ladder when I'm trying to jump over the gravestone because it's up to jump. Whoa. This might not be a good port after all. Game over player 1. Oh, do you think there's no continues as well? I think there might... Well, I mean, there were continues. We were continuing, right? But I guess it's limited continues, huh? Let's try again, I guess. Wow. So just farming the knife might not be the best idea after all. Painting depending on positioning. The 100 burritos. Oh, look at all the burritos! Do you know that burrito clip is from... He was trying to do a third loop of the game. Do you know that if you try to do a third loop of Ghosts and Goblins on the NES, there's a gigantic spike in difficulty, like way more than from loop 1 to loop 2? And that's why there was like a million burritos in that's we're calling the goblin enemies, or the ghosts or whatever calls them burritos, because they look kind of like burritos. Just hoping that, man, they don't drop fucking knives. Praying that somebody will drop a knife. Alright, whatever, we'll just have to go without it. Okay, that works. That's Rondo of Blood you're thinking of, Colic. What? God damn it. And the music is alright, I guess. Like, it's a decent rendition of the arcade theme. That's good. Dagger. No. It's always the torch. They drop the torch every single time. What if there's only 2 weapons? Like, what if it's only the javelin and the torch in this game? Because the only time a javelin is dropped is when I've had the torch. And otherwise, every single time they've dropped torches, I think. Right? This motherfucker. At least they changed his flight platform, so pattern, so it's like a little bit more possible to deal with him without having the turn around in midair. This fucking guy. I'm just gonna go. Reach the checkpoint. Oh, maybe you can, like, outrun him. Oh, no, I'm dead. That should be a checkpoint right there? Better be. Okay, good. They don't make the weird sound effect from the NES version. You need, well, in the NES version they made it look like a shield, but it is actually called the cross, and it's supposed to be a cross. Yeah. Here's the burritos. There they are. Burrito time. No! Knocked into the water. Yeah, you need the cross to beat level 6. If you beat level 6 without the cross, you get sent back to level 5. It's not fun when that happens. Just checking in case like a dagger eventually drops. Maybe you get different weapons in different levels or something. Whoa, that was close. Alright, we're to the boss. Can't do the, like, jump and then fire backwards trick on him. Because Took that out of this version. So we just have to do this. He's dead. Take a key for coming in. Oh. Alright, there we go. Be level 1. Probably not going to beat level 2. That's the level that's like infamously hard. It's like, it's funny, it's level 2 is one of the hardest levels in the game. Interesting progression. Level 3 is really hard as well. And then like level 4 and 5 are like not as bad. But then level 6 is the actual hardest level. So. Oh, shit. The Ghost Town? This map is easy? You're crazy, Ramane. No. This is one of the hardest levels in the game. Yeah, the Ghost Town. At least on the NES version it is. Mostly because the checkpoint is like right near the beginning of the level, so you have to do most of the level on one life. And it's a pretty big level. And it's slow because you have to like carefully like deal with like all those big men like one at a time, and the ravens are constantly spawning while you're dealing with them. Alright, now little dudes. They're slower in this version than the NES. Ooh, weapon. Not a weapon, never mind. And that guy just walks off the platform. There's the big man. Max the button! It would be easier if we had dagger, but whatever. What you want to do in the NES one is look for them across the wall so you can kill them ahead of time. So that, because otherwise, when you're going down the level, like when you're going down the ladder from that side, they'll swarm you and like destroy you. Yeah, you might just be that good. Wow, Ramane, very impressive. He just walks through the wall in this version. I wonder if the hidden armors are still here. Like in the top left corner of this building is a hidden armor. If you know about it, it's very helpful in the NES version. And then time is also a problem on this level, so there's like a hidden time you can get on one of the elevators if you jump on it. See, this is the guy, I should have killed him through the wall, but he wasn't showing up. Now it sucks because I gotta wait for him to walk away. I have to wait for him to decide to walk away. Okay, I'm just gonna run. But on the NES version, at least, one of the main problems with this level is just the time. It doesn't. Okay, yeah, you have very little time to do it. Like that's the main thing. Or is it the next? Oh, it's this next platform. I don't know. Like the power-ups don't really seem to be here though. I wonder if the hidden armors are even in this game. Like, maybe they don't exist in this version. Maybe none of the hidden items exist. They exist in the arcade, though, right? Like, all the hidden items? Does anybody know? We gotta go find out. Because I need armor right now. Still takes 10 hits to kill these dudes. Oh, I forgot he's gonna come through the wall. Oh my god. You just walk through the walls in this version of the game. Let's find out if that hidden armor is there. I bet it's not. I bet they just didn't bother to put the hidden items in the game. Although that makes me wonder then, like, how would you get the cross for level 6? Oh, no, am I dead? I'm dead. Couldn't find a safe way to get up there. Ghosts N Goblins Gold Knights. That's close enough, Mr. Leo. Thank you. I don't know. Twitch is weird like that. Thing comes back. Okay, I was lucky. Okay, I have to know if that armor is here. I'm gonna take a hit on purpose. Slow down, jeez. I gotta know if this armor is here. So then you just jump against this wall. And no. No hidden items in the Amiga version. That sucks. They just probably didn't bother to program them in. I bet the hidden, like, time up item that increases your time is not there either. Which kind of sucks for this level. I wonder if you could still do the trick where you get hit over the wall with a raven. Oh, look at this. That's not good. Oh, maybe I can survive. Maybe I can survive this. Yeah, I think the arcade one does. This might be one of those ports that, you know, like at first glance looks pretty good, but is actually like kind of shoddy because it like just like kind of did a sloppy job bringing the features over. Game over. Damn. I mean, the fact that you can't turn around midair, like, changes, like, various strategies. Or removes various strategies from the game. And that kind of sucks because, like, one of the most fun things about the NES version is, like, jumping, turning midair, and, like, shooting enemies while you're jumping away. Yeah, I've beaten the NES version. I'm decent at it. I can beat it, you know, within. I'm no speed runner, but I could usually beat it in about an hour or so. Yeah, don't really like that port too much. I don't really care for that port. I mean, graphically it looks good, but mechanically, I think it's not too good. The apostrophe goes on the left side. So I guess a 4? Maybe a 3? For reference, I actually gave the NES version a 7. You missed Akira? It's pretty bad. It's a pretty bad game. Not the worst platformer we've played, but the controls are quite bad. It does not feel good to play at all. It looks very slow. The bike part I thought was all right, although we didn't get to the second bike part. It seems like that one might be crazier and harder. The platforming part just really sucks. And also it's like really tedious because you have to go around and collect all these things that drop from the enemies. And if you miss even one, then when you get to the exit, you just can't exit the level because you missed one of the things. And they seem easy to miss too. I mean, graphically it looks good. It's not like a terrible port, I guess, but I actually prefer the NES version for the mechanics. Like, it's funny. I think Micronix did a better job with their port. To be fair, the port of Ghosts and Goblins is probably Micronic's best port in their early days before they like got better years later. I find it to be a lot better than most of their other ports. It's much more playable. The screens doesn't scroll like really choppy. It seems better programmed somehow than the other Micronix games. So I kind of wonder if Capcom helped them with it or something, you know? But like even some of the basic mechanics of the game are in the NES version that aren't in this version. Like in some ways, this game is like worse programmed than the Micronix version. Well, taking that stuff out of the game like fundamentally just changes the game, you know? It just seems like they couldn't be bothered to put that stuff in. Maybe I'll even give it a 3. It looks good though. Like it looks very close to the arcade thing. That's the only thing about it. Yeah, I'm gonna give it a 3. Well, the music is fine. It seems like decent renditions. I'd have to look at like later levels though to see how the later ones are. Later songs. Yeah, the music's pretty good, I guess, actually. Is this a different song? This actually sounds like a different song. Or did the arcade version have a song like this and it was just different in the NES version? Huh. Now I kind of want to look at the arcade one now to see how different this is. Oh, it's the same music in all the other levels. Wait. Oh. Oh, no, never mind. This is the correct music. I see. So it plays the cave music in level 5, but level 6 has its classic music, which sounds actually pretty good. What about the final boss? Maybe you only have to play through the Amiga version one time to get the ending? Oh, he doesn't have the boss music in here. Dude, you only have to play the game one time in the Amiga game. In the Amiga version. Happy. Doesn't have the classic double playthrough. I don't know how I feel about that. I mean, is that good? I kind of like that the game makes you play through twice. I mean, it works for Ghosts and Goblins, you know. It's not ordinarily that would be the kind of mechanic that's just padding, but I don't know. It's just because it's such a classic thing relating to Ghosts and Goblins. Here's the arcade version. No. Nah, it doesn't. It has limited continues. I think you only get like 2, so it'd be pretty tough to beat. Especially with like some of the features like taken out of the game. No dagger, you know. Now I was looking at the arcade. I want to see like how close it is to the Amiga version. You can tell that like the mechanics, they just look better in the arcade version. Like the way you jump and stuff. It's a little bit faster. It actually has a jump button. That's definitely gotta be a help. It's really, man, it moves so fast and smooth. Graphically, that's not a bad port. Oh, man, wow. I guess that the music is different in the arcade version of these caves. I never realized that before. I like the NES version of this song, though. I might prefer it a little bit. And then this level has its correct music. Different palette from the Amiga version. He has the... Is there no dagger in the arcade version? He uses the javelin the whole way through. Maybe there is no dagger in the arcade version. Was the dagger added for the NES version? If so, I never knew that. There's the shield. It actually looks like a shield in the arcade version. See, there's actually like supposed to be like unique music for this guy. Here's the second playthrough. I don't know if the hidden items are in the arcade, because it's hard to tell from this. I wonder. Hey, Dan. You're kind of coming in, like, right at the tail end of the stream. We're going to have to stop soon. You missed it? I beat Shadow of the Beast earlier. That was pretty cool. And we looked at Akira, the port of Akira, and Ghosts N Goblins. And Ghosts N Goblins' port is surprisingly not that great. Seems to have some issues. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, the music, honestly, it's a pretty good rendition of the music. It should probably even be a 7, I guess, for the music. What did I give it? Let me make sure I give it the same score as like the NES Ghosts N Goblins. For consistency. I think it shouldn't be different. 06? Yeah, give it that's fine. That's what I was sort of leaning towards. But then I thought I might have given the NES one a 7. The knife is in the arcade original. I guess he just didn't choose to use it in that long play. That's pretty weird, though. The knife because of the size. It definitely doesn't seem to be in the Amiga version. Like, they were just dropping torches every single time. Who knows? I mean, it's a weird port. It does seem kind of stripped down over the arcade version. Well, anyway, that was interesting. We got to see another port of a game that had some issues. Interesting to check that out. But our dinner's going to be here pretty soon, so I'm going to take a break. I'm actually going to go ahead and just stop the stream for now, and we might come back and stream some more. We probably will come back and stream more later. We need to play more Myth. That'll probably be the next thing. Because that game actually looks awesome. And then if we can finish that, maybe we'll try to get back to Lionheart, which is also awesome. But for right now, let's see if we can pass these raids on to somebody else. Not Myst. We could play Myst one day, maybe. That might be fun. Who else is doing Super Bowl streams? Let's see. Super Mario All-Star Sunday. Boy, I don't know. Who should we raid? I don't even know. We'll go to Cypherin. We'll go to Cypherin. All right, thanks for watching, guys. And I'll see you later tonight. I'll be back. We'll play some Myth. Have a good night.